Okay, so today we're going to discuss four important topics. We're going to start with Shauna Dix, SVCC's registrar, who will begin by discussing the graduation application process. Then Dr. Jenna Brandon will discuss the graduation assessment that many of you will need to complete prior to graduation. I'll talk about the Phi Theta Kappa regalia purchasing process, and then Mrs. Cindy Mason will go over day of ceremony details and important information for the graduation ceremony. We're going to end the session with a Q&A, so please save any questions you have for the end of the presentation. All right, Shauna, you're up.
Good afternoon, everybody. I just wanted to go over some technical pieces of the graduation application process. So if you were a summer 25 or fall 25 applicant, these will not apply to you. Your awards have already been posted and you should have received them in the mail. You are absolutely welcome to participate in the commencement ceremony itself. And that's more than likely why you've gotten the link for this video from us. So when you applied online through your student account, in the same spot, you'll be able to see the status of your graduation application. When you originally applied, it was in the quote apply status. So what I do is I review your advise and report, see what you need, and once I've reviewed it and you have been deemed eligible for spring, you would be flipped to the pending status. And you can see that on your SIS account. And then once I review for final conferral after grades are posted and end of term processing has completed, it will be flipped to the approved status. Classes are done, grades are due. That is on May 6th, and that is when the end of term processing begins, and we review students for their awards. Once you're reviewed and we process that in SIS, it will show on your account, and I will load a file to Parchment and we'll send you an electronic copy of your diploma as well as a hard copy. The hard copy does get mailed from Parchment, so it does take some time, but your electronic one comes in just as soon as I upload that and hit submit. Caitlin, can you forward? Thank you. Now, if you're a dual enrollment graduate, that's going to be processed after your school ends. It's usually later than our regular graduates. It just depends on the timing of your classes and those grades coming in. These are done in batches. So sometimes your friend may get their email one day and you may get it the next, or you get it before them or they get it a few days later, and that's perfectly fine. There's no need to worry. We're processing them as soon as all the grades are in. The next major thing is everyone wants to know about the honors. So we have three levels of honors, and it's based on your cumulative GPA, which is everything that you have taken at Southside. So if you have honors, if you have a GPA of 3.2 to 3.49, that would be regular honor. 3.5 to 3.79 is high honor, and 3.8 to 4.0 is highest honor. These are eligible for our regular certificates as well as our degrees. It does not apply to our career study certificates. And as a side note, our reader cards for this will be as of your fall 25 GPA. Your actual honors will post on your account based on your spring 26 GPA. And that is just for our spring graduates. The summer graduate reader cards do not have honors posted on them because the process is to run based on the prior term's GPA. So spring 2026 grades and GPA are not available at the time we print readers cards. So they are not posted on there. Also for our summer graduates, participating in the ceremony does not mean completion of the requirements. or your degree or award. So your degree and your award will be conferred in August when classes end and you have finished all the requirements for your degree or certificate. And it won't be sent out to you from Parchment until that point in time. I know a lot of students are confused because they did graduate in spring, but they actually just participated in the ceremony. So I just wanted to make that clear for everybody. That's been a question in the past. And that's everything that I had to tell you for the graduation process. If you have any questions, jot them down and I'll be glad to answer them at the end with everyone else.
Thank you, Shauna. We're now
Thank
going to
you.
have Dr. Brandon.
Hey everybody. Before I forget, I want to let you all know I'm probably going to have to hop off the call before the Q&A at the end. So if you have any questions particular to the graduate assessment, please feel free to give me a call or send me an email. I've already answered some from some students, so happy to answer those questions for you. Um, I noticed that in that part that's being shared right now, it says anybody with an associate's degree, the AAS and AA and S. We also have that new degree of AS, and I know that there's some people that have that. So anything that has a degree of an AS, AAS, or AA and S needs to take the graduate assessment. If you have any questions about that, again, just reach out. It's a quick answer for me to look you up and let you know if you need to take it or not. This really helps our college with accreditation and seeing how we're doing teaching the students overall with their general education core competencies. And then the graduate survey that you'll do at the end of your grad assessment through SurveyMonkey is just your way to really let us know how we did during your time here with us. So the assessment has two parts. That part one is going to be that exam that's administered through Google Forms. And then part two is a survey administered through SurveyMonkey. And that's just, like I said, about how you feel about the college and how we did. Both are completed online and are not proctored, so you don't have to come to campus for them. Just make sure you have a reliable internet and you've given yourself enough time to finish. Campus libraries are available if you need a place to come and complete the assessment. The assessment does not affect your GPA or your ability to receive your degree. Regardless of your score, you'll still graduate, and we ask that you answer each question to the best of your ability so we can use the results to continue improving our programs. The two parts are going to be due by May 18th, 2026. So even after our graduation ceremony, you'll stay open a little bit because we know that everybody's kind of in a crunch time right now. So we don't want anybody to feel stressed or overwhelmed. When you go to the website that we have for it, the Google site for the grad assessment, you can click in and be right there and do everything on that site. I have it linked into where the Google form is right there. You can open it up in a new tab if you prefer, but it's embedded right in there for you to take the assessment right on that web page. And then when you scroll down a little further, you'll see part two, where you can then complete the prospective graduate survey. Again, you can use the link and open it up in a new window, new tab, or I have it embedded right there so you don't ever even have to leave that one website that you go to. And then there's a frequently asked questions down at the bottom that may answer some of your questions for you before you reach out to me. But always reach out to me and let me know if there's anything that I can help you with at all. But just remember, it's two parts. And please take your time and do your best on the academic side of it. That really helps us a lot as a college, and we appreciate you all taking your time to do that. So thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Brandon. All right, now we are moving on to Phi Theta Kappa regalia. This is something that Phi Theta Kappa members can purchase outside of just SVCC's regular regalia. This is for Phi Theta Kappa members only. The stole, which is pictured here, is gold. It makes you stand out, and PTK is our honors society here at SVCC. These can be purchased in person in Keysville or Alberta for $15 cash only. If you choose to buy this online, which you are welcome to do, it is $32 after taxes and standard shipping, so you save over 50%. by purchasing it in person from me, Caitlin Maloney, or Dr. Shayna Kendall Maxey in Alberta. That is just the standard shipping cost as well. So if you wait to order this closer to graduation, you could have additional shipping costs so it gets to you in time by the ceremony. Our contact information is on this slide. You can take a screenshot, and I'm also going to share it in the chat. But this is just a great way for PTK members to show that they are PTK members at graduation. Congratulations, everyone. And we're going to move on to Miss Cindy Mason now.
Cindy, you're on mute.
I am so sorry. Goodness, I didn't realize I didn't have my mic on. So I'm Cindy Mason. I coordinate graduation. I am the person running around with a clipboard most of the day on graduation. If you have any questions, certainly stop me and I'll be glad to direct you. We have a whole team of staff members working graduation, and they are absolutely amazing. So I've made assignments and I'll be giving those out in the next week or so. So there will be lots of Southside people and friendly faces and familiar faces and new faces there directing you the day of graduation. Our graduation ceremony will be held, this is the third year, it's going to be held at Longwood University in Farmville. So this is centrally located in our service area. Some people say, gosh, why is it that distance away? But really it's in the middle of our complete service area. We only have one ceremony. So the ceremony is for everyone. For governor's school, dual enrollment, our regular Southside students, we have one graduation. Whether you graduated in summer or fall, it doesn't matter. We have that one ceremony. Okay. I do want you to pay attention to the graduation link, and that, like Caitlin said, that is everywhere. Do log on to that and look at that. That's a constant source of information, and it is updated frequently. Anytime something changes or there's more information, it's added to the link. So be sure to get on there and check out everything we have to offer there. Make sure you're signed up for alert at Southside. If anything changes whatsoever with graduation, you will be notified of anything going on with that. So make sure you're in the alert system. We do not have a rehearsal for graduation. Again, there's plenty of people telling you what to do. So don't worry that we don't have a rehearsal like you may have at your high school. That's not required. We will direct you where you need to go and tell you everything you need to do, and it just flows. Most of you should have gotten already your email from Longwood to get your tickets. There's a limit of 4. Okay, so make sure you get on and get your tickets. If you want any extras, you're welcome to email graduation@southside.edu. If I get any tickets, I will be sending those out in the order that I receive your request for an extra ticket or 2. Now, I've had somebody say, oh, I need 5 more tickets. That's a little tough to do, okay? To be fair to everybody, it's hard to give someone 5 tickets because we want to be accommodating to everybody as much as we can. Last year, we were absolutely at capacity. So we feel that this year we will be too. If you're not using a ticket, please share those out. Contact, put it on social media, contact me if you have any extra tickets. Last year, I had someone send me 2 extra tickets the student wasn't using, and I gave those to somebody. Okay. So just make sure you're getting your tickets, you're using them or passing them along if you're not using them. If you haven't already done so, order your cap and gown. That information is on the graduation link. I've had people ask, can they decorate your caps? Yes, you can, as long as it's in good taste, that it doesn't present anything that's negative or offensive or something that's so huge that someone behind you couldn't see. So let's just be aware. We want you to be able to decorate your cap. Let's see. We process promptly at 9:30. If you are not there, the ceremony goes on. We don't wait. We have, over 400 grads in a line processing. So it starts marching right at 9:30. Okay. So if you're late and you're running, you can get to the back of the line, but we are not going to delay for any reason. Okay. So when you're thinking about that, think about how long it's going to take you to get to Farmville to park. Now, Longwood is a pedestrian campus, so let's be aware that the parking lots are at the outer edges of campus. So it's not like you're going to pull right in front of the building and go right in. Okay. So let's be aware to arrive early. We are telling students to be arriving on campus around 8 a.m. I know that sounds a little bit early. That's an hour and a half. But if you're planning to be in Farmville by 8 o'clock, it's going to take you a little bit of time to get into Willett, check in and get your reader card, and just kind of acclimate yourself with what we're doing. When we say reader card, I want you to know what that is. It is a postcard, and it is a postcard, and it's going to have your name, your degree, your honors, um, first and last name, and it will be what you hold on to all the way through the processional, and you're going to hand that to the reader, and they will read your name from that. Okay. We do ask if your name is pronounced a different way, maybe than it is spelled, then you please put the phonetic on the back of the card or on the front. Okay. And it may be when you hand your card, the reader may say, how do you pronounce this name? Okay. So, like, my maiden name is Powell. A lot of people say Powell. So, it can be something that simple. So, let's just be sure that the reader can pronounce your name as you want it. It's very fun once you get in the procession and you're going, just keep going. Don't let family members stop you and you pose. That slows everything down. Okay. So when you walk across stage and your name is called, just keep walking. You're going to be up on the Jumbotron, up in the ceiling of Willett. It's a huge display. So that's going to be really nice. We're going to have a photographer getting a picture of you. So you will have that, and those will be mailed to you or emailed to you. We will also have our campus photographer and PR team on site, and they're also going to be taking pictures of you. Okay. All students must wear your hood, your tassel, your cap, and your gown. If you want to borrow someone's, that's fine. Somebody that graduated a couple years ago, they're solid black with the gold, and they have the hood. You cannot wear your high school regalia. Okay. If you show up with your high school regalia and not Southside regalia, you will not be able to process. Okay. We are hopeful to have the Herff Jones representative on site the day of graduation. They have confirmed that. How many gowns they will have, I'm not certain, but I do tell them to be prepared for students that maybe didn't get theirs ahead of time. Okay. So just know that the last few years, everything has been the same for the cap and gown, all the academic regalia. So if you want to share with a sibling that graduated a year or two ago, or a friend, or sometimes students this time of year will offer that they have a cap and gown left from a few years ago. Okay. So if anybody is questioning what that regalia is going to look like, you can talk to your student services team with Caitlin and Leslie. And our student services team over at Alberta. We'll all be glad to help you in any way we can. Okay. We will be processing from Willett over to the Joan Perry Brock Center. The buildings are right beside each other, but our route is a little bit long. So be sure to wear comfortable shoes. You're going to be walking a little bit of a distance. Okay, so let's just be very careful that your shoes are comfortable and you can make that long walk. Okay. Let's see. Leave all belongings in your car or with your family. The room will not be locked and we can't be responsible for anything left in there. Okay. So be careful. And you don't want to take a purse with you the day of graduation because we want to see you. We want to see your regalia. You're going to be holding on to your reader card. You don't need to juggle a purse or anything like that. So let's just be sure that we leave all that. Cell phones you can have with you. Hopefully you can have a pocket to slide that into. They must be turned off once the processional starts. And when I say off, I mean like completely off, because it interferes sometimes with the sound. We have a videographer there too, and the sound system, and cell phones can interfere with all of that. So we don't want that to be a problem. Our graduation ceremony will be live streamed, and that access to that link will be on our graduation website, the one we've been referring to this whole time. So be sure that family members that aren't able maybe to come or drive a distance, they're not able to make the trip, whatever the case may be, you can share that link with them and they can watch that. And they will be able to see you. It's zoomed in. It's very nice quality. We're really pleased to be able to offer that. And that video will be available for purchase after graduation. So that's something else. And you will be sent an email about that from the video company. So we are really, really pleased to be able to offer that to you. When it's time to award degrees, you will see me along with 3 or 4 other people, and we will be directing you. We will tell you the path to take. It's kind of fun to be the first 2 or 3 because you have to know where you're going, but we're going to make sure you get to where you go. Don't worry about, oh no, I don't know what I'm doing. You will know. It's enough people directing you. We do ask for you to stay for the entire ceremony. We know that a lot of students, after that 2-hour mark, we try to be no longer than 2.5 hours. We know a lot of students have other things to do. One year there was a prom, believe it or not. There were several graduation parties and different things going on. But please stay for the entire ceremony. It's very disruptive and just not very friendly and nice and cordial to get up and leave. Okay, so tell your family members too that we do encourage everyone to stay for the entire ceremony. And at the end, there will be a recessional, and we ask for you to participate in that. Again, just pay attention to what everybody's telling you. Dr. Johnson will tell you to rise. We let the platform go off first, and then we let students out. So just, again, we're going to be directing you. Just pay attention to which way we're telling you to go. Okay, and I think I already covered about the photographer taking pictures, so that's going to be very nice that we can have that. I think that's all that I have. But again, main things, just get onto the website and pay attention to all the announcements there. If you have any questions, certainly email graduation@southside.edu, and I will answer you as soon as I can. Stay for the entire ceremony, turn your cell phone off, wear comfortable shoes. And I look forward to seeing you graduation day.